Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the chickens like.
Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Unrooted Men's Volleyball Edition, and my guest for this week's show is none other than freshman defensive specialist on the men's volleyball team, Cole Fuertes. Cole, thanks so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Let's start by getting to know you a little bit better. Now, on the last episode, Ian Martins said that you would make a great random concert buddy. So what was the last concert you saw, and are there any upcoming on your schedule?
So the last concert I saw was prior to coming to California. It was back in Hawaii. You know, it was like a reggae concert. You know, I went to I think I saw. Oh my God! I think it was a Kolu. It was like a local reggae band, and you know, just a lot of people just skanking, like skanking. You know,
I kind of know what it is.
Yeah, it's like a Hawaiian pidgin, term, and it's just like. You just have like everybody yelling, "Oh, Chihu," back in Hawaii. It's crazy. But but I think an upcoming concert that I would love to see is probably Bruno Mars. I like his music.
I could see you being a Bruno Mars guy.
Yeah,
you have that vibe about you a little bit. So who would you take to go to a Bruno Mars concert? Any teammates would join you on that?
I think Ian would like to, see a Bruno Mars concert. I mean, I was talking to him yesterday, and he said he wanted to see Adele, but I'm not an Adele fan. But
okay, well, I was gonna say, Ian, I'll go with you to the Adele concert. That sounds like that'd be pretty fun. But I have looked before at tickets for an Adele concert, and let's just say they're a little bit out of my budget.
Oh yeah.
Because she's up there. Bruno Mars, probably the same thing. I'm gonna guess. So you might want to save up a little bit before you do that, but. Since he's a big Bay Area guy, he is here a lot. You have chances.
Yeah.
And now that you're going to school here, why not, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes perfect sense. Now, you were a two-sport athlete at Kohala High School. You played basketball and you played volleyball. What position did you play when you played basketball, and where did your love of hoops come from?
I played center.
Oh, really? No, at like 5'5"?
Yeah.
You must have dominated down low.
All right. No, I played point guard. I was just running the top, and I started, my love for basketball at a very young age. I played at, I'd say, probably like 10, 11 years ago, and my cousins, my older cousin, he used to play basketball at the time in middle school, and then I just wanted to, just follow in his footsteps. Basketball was cool at the time, and for me, and so I just started playing. Started with the little P&R games where you just like hold the ball, run all the way down the court, probably dribble like 2 times, and you just shoot into like a 5-foot basket. But and then after that, played in middle school, intermediate basketball, and then it started to get really serious during high school. And actually my freshman year in high school, it was like strictly basketball. I didn't play volleyball until my sophomore year. And so that's how it pretty much came to be.
So then, playing volleyball for less than basketball, you actually made a pretty good transition over into volleyball. You were a 2-time high school MVP. What went into your decision between choosing basketball or volleyball to play at the next level?
After I think that decision was kind of like right after our junior year season. Like, we had a really good season, and I've been playing libero, and I kind of like felt the love for volleyball even more. And I just, during my senior year, I kind of gave up basketball, and I just started to work, strictly volleyball, and just work more on the off season. I went to a lot of open gyms and played sand whenever I got the chance. And, just from there, I just wanted to play volleyball at the next level, and, just continue for my love for the sport.
Enter Menlo College,
exactly.
Where you are right now. Now let's talk a little bit about the team. The final big road trip out of the state has been done for you guys. You went to Arizona last weekend and you played 4 games. What's been your favorite part about going on the road with the guys?
Oh man, great group of guys. We just end up laughing all the time. It's just very fun. But also during the games and the tournaments and all that stuff, it's my favorite part would probably be, I think from a defensive specialist standpoint, and I think all the defensive specialists would say this, is like that moment where, somebody slams the ball and you just dig it up. I just love that moment right there. Like I know Pedro said it.
Yeah.
He loves that feeling. It's just a very great moment.
Yeah, I was about to bring up that Pedro said that because I remember when he said it on the show, I had to do like a double take. I looked at him and I said, Pedro, you love having a guy just blast a ball. I mean, like my arms would be pink after my arms are pink after just doing this one time. Like I can't imagine how you guys enjoy having a ball just shot right at you and just standing there and taking it. I don't get it.
Oh no, I think it's just just keeping the play alive, keeping the ball alive.
Yeah. Kind of like I guess a goalie in hockey making a save, or a goalie in soccer, since that's more relevant here in Menlo. But kind of the same thing. Like you love having the ball at you and just making a play, and it might hurt, but who cares? You're pumped up with adrenaline. No, you don't care at that point. Now, in most matches this year, the Oaks have played very, very well in set number 1. It's been the best set by far for you guys. What is often the catalyst behind hot starts?
Well, we just come out, just come out firing, just straight out of the locker room, just come out firing. And I think we should just, keep our momentum. That's how we, just kept going. We just surprised the team in the first set and just keep our momentum later in the first set, in order to play this, that style of volleyball, our style of volleyball. And I think in order to keep that momentum running, we just have to have that right back mentality, going into the second set. Like if we make a couple mistakes, just have that right back mentality and just get back at it again.
Yeah.
And also, I think yesterday it was brought up that, I think Brad brought it up that every point is crucial. Every point is important, because if you lose a couple points, and we slack off for a couple points, like in the beginning of the set, it's kind of like shooting ourselves in the foot. It's gonna end up like at the end of the set, we're gonna be, down a couple points, and that's where we find ourselves struggling the most.
Especially in a sport where I've noticed this too, between men's and women's volleyball. Women's volleyball has a lot longer runs at times.
Exactly.
You don't see that too often in men's volleyball. Like 3, maybe 4 points is the longest run. So I like how you say that. If you slack off for a couple points and you give up one of those like 3-4 point runs, that can be tough to come back from in a way, because you're not going to then just rattle off 5, 6, 7 usually of your own.
Yes.
Is that true, do you think?
Yeah, it's like, I guess it's like not necessarily a higher level, but like like the balls are just coming like super fast. It's just it's not really common to see like a lot of rallies in men's volleyball games, and yeah, it's pretty much like that.
Yeah. Now, certainly, I'm sure what also helps you guys getting off to hot starts is that you have Akash Duther and you have Colin Jordan on your side. They've been a pair of outside hitters who have just been absolutely lethal this year for you guys. How great has it been relying on them to provide momentum-shifting kills all year long?
Oh yeah, it's a great feeling to have, or to rely on them, like knowing that we have a better chance, or a great chance of getting a kill. If it ends up in their hands. And like when they're hot, they're on it. Like they had like phenomenal games last week in Arizona against like GCU. They put up a lot of kills. They put up a lot of stats and stuff, and it helped the team a lot. And so it's a great feeling to know that we have a good chance of getting points and getting the team carried by them with their kills and leading kills.
Especially when a guy like Akash can put up 20 plus every
Exactly.
single night he's in the gym.
Yes.
I mean, I think there was one series I can't remember who was against, but he scored like 20 kills, I think, in the first 3 sets,
Yes.
and it was going to a fourth, and you're like, this guy's going to put up 40 kills in one night. I mean, it's just, he offers that kind of production every time he's on the floor. Now, this episode is airing after senior night for Brad the Dad Sawin. His final game inside Haynes Prim Pavilion. What has it been like being a teammate of his this year?
Oh man, Brad, he is just, in general, he's just a great, great person, inspirational player also. In game time, like whenever he does like a very good kill, or just just very good, he just motivates me and more so the team to just keep going, and like also. Like even off the court, like on the sideline, he's just cheering, just cheering his team on and just making us motivate. motivated even more. And so, it's great to have him as a teammate.
Yeah. Now, after senior night, you go down to Hope International for a tournament down there. You've already seen them a couple of times this year. How much does that help you guys with preparation?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we know what they have, and I guess it's just a matter of, making your adjustments accordingly to what they have. And also, it's not really to stop them from doing their things, because they make mistakes like us also. It's just kind of like keeping our errors, maintaining the consistency in our play, and just, decreasing our errors and stuff.
It all comes back to what you guys have relayed on this show over and over. Playing our game.
Yes.
If you guys play your style of volleyball and cut down on your mistakes, you're going to be right there with any team in the country.
Yes.
All right, Cole, let's get into the final segment of the show. It's called Brownie Bites. I'm going to ask you 3 off-the-wall questions. Give me your best answers.
All right.
Question number 1. Which teammate is the worst basketball player on the team? I know it's not Brad.
No, it's not Brad. Hands down, Justice Patterson. I mean, I think prior to the volleyball season, me and Justice, we went to an open gym for basketball back at this gym. And so I think probably like 2 minutes into playing, he just dribbles down the court, pulls up a 3, and with the ugliest form I've ever seen, he just airballs. He just keeps pulling up 3s. And I think he was like 0 for 10, just all air balls. If not, it just hits the backboard and doesn't even touch the rim. It's pretty funny.
So it sounds like Justice and I could have a 3-point shooting contest, and it would probably be the worst thing you could ever watch. But I think it might make for some good entertainment, because you got 2 guys. It's basically a race to see who gets the first one in.
Exactly.
When you're putting the 2 of us together. I am not much of a basketball guy, let's put it that way. Question number 2. Which teammate is most likely to try and sneak backstage during a concert?
Let's see. I would say Bryson Asuncion.
Okay.
He told me he was going to Coachella, and
Okay.
it's like a big concert and stuff. And I think it was like a 3-day concert, and the tickets was like $650.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And so I was like, man, and he actually bought 2, so.
Okay.
So it's crazy. So yeah, I would think he's most likely the person to sneak backstage.
Yeah, he seemed like someone who would get very excited about whoever his favorite artist or group is, and so he would probably do whatever necessary to try and go back and sneak a peek with them. And then question number 3, March Madness is now officially upon us. It will be beginning this weekend. Which teammate will most likely pick a winning school based on their mascot?
This is a hard one. I'm not too sure. I think I would think me, to be honest.
You.
Yeah, I would think me. I mean, I like the style. Like if I see a mascot and he's just like getting just lit and all that stuff. I mean,
The mascot's getting lit.
getting lit. Pumping up the crowd and all that stuff. I'll go for that team.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair enough.
I'll definitely go for that team.
Fair enough. As of this episode, I still have not finalized my bracket. I've only done like half of it, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it because I don't watch college basketball during the year. This is the only time of year I even try to follow it. So I might have to break out the old mascot technique to try and figure out who's going to win. I have absolutely no idea, and it sounds like you're probably in the same boat.
Yes.
All right, Cole, thank you so much for joining me on the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, folks. The men's volleyball team is on the road this weekend after they have senior night inside Haynes Prim Pavilion for Brad Sawan on Wednesday. Tournament hosted by Hope International down in Fullerton. On Friday, the Oaks have 2 matches at 2 o'clock against the University of St. Catherine, and then at 7 o'clock against the tournament host, Hope International. They will then go back-to-back against the Royals and take on Hope International Saturday at 12 o'clock. We invite you to tune in to next week's show when Cole Fuertes will select the next interviewee right here on Unrooted Men's Volleyball Edition. Until then, we'll see you next week, everyone. Take care.
Dance with my dogs in the nighttime. Trap with the chickens like Popeye.